CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Evan Kenny.
Good evening. New Alberta license plates are on the way, and you can vote for your favorite. While the new design is up in the air, the province has decided on a slogan, swapping out Wild Rose Country for Strong and Free. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
Red digits on a white background. Alberta plates with the slogan Wild Rose Country have been around since the early 80s. The province says it's time for a rebrand.
I really like our current license plate, but I think we can all agree it needs a refresh.
The government has come up with 8 designs for Albertans to choose from. Voting is already active on alberta.ca, and a winner will be crowned in mid-November. Albertans can choose the style, but the slogan is solidified. The new slogan is going to say strong and free.
No, we're not American. That's more American. There's nothing wrong with our plates now.
I think it maybe leans into a little of the separation thing with the strong and free, which I don't love. I also think, why do you need to change this? Change something that matters.
Well, the phrase strong and free is Alberta's motto, even written in Latin on the coat of arms. Political scientist Laurie Williams says it has political connotations.
This is a phrase, at least in Alberta, that is associated with conservatism, with certain kinds of conservatives, and particularly with the United Conservative Party.
The UCP uses the slogan on its website and even has a strong and free club for major donors.
This is neutral language. This is in the national anthem. This is mentioned in speeches from every person from every political stripe.
The license plate announcement comes amid a teacher's strike, ongoing struggles in the healthcare system, and a looming report on the AHS contract controversy the NDP has labeled the corrupt care scandal.
The Premier talked to us about license plates, a burning issue, an issue that every Albertan has been craving for change. Come on. Not a single Albertan asked for this.
I don't expect each minister to stop what they're doing in their portfolio when there's important things going on. I can do more than one thing, and the minister can do as well.
You don't have to change your plate over. You can use your current one as long as it's in good condition. The winner will be announced in mid-November after 3-week-long rounds of voting, where the options are reduced by half each time. Nally says the design work and such cost between $25,000 and $50,000, which is being absorbed by his ministry's budget. The Alberta Teachers Association has put forward a new contract proposal that would cost an additional $2 billion.
The $2.6 billion deal that we'd agreed to before the strike, by the end of the deal, that would have Alberta teachers as the highest in Western Canada after taxes. So we know it's competitive, especially looking at Ontario West, where we have a lot of labour mobility. But Alberta can't afford to be an outlier. I've been clear about that.
The province and the ATA met with a mediator yesterday. The province says the ATA and its members need to come to a clear, concrete solution that is, quote, rooted in reality.
You want reality? Go look at our classrooms across this province. You want reality? Look at the overcrowded classrooms we have. Look at the students who don't have their needs met. Look at teachers who are teaching classrooms in boot rooms, in hallways, on stages of gyms.
Both sides expect to resume talks later this week. Teachers across the province have been on strike since last Monday. The Health Sciences Association of Alberta says it's ready to negotiate a new deal with AHS, but meetings are getting delayed. HSAA represents nearly 30,000 healthcare workers across more than 200 disciplines, including paramedics, pharmacists, and mental health counselors. Last month, members rejected a proposal from AHS and are waiting to return to the bargaining table. The union's vice president says strike action is still on the table.
We are prepared. But honestly, I think we have to look at, we're healthcare professionals. We don't want to have to go on strike. We care about caring for our patients. That's why we go into these professions.
HSAA says the next meeting has been pushed to November because someone from AHS is on vacation. We have asked the province about the reason for the delay and are waiting to hear back. A man in the United States has been sentenced for the PowerSchool data breach earlier this year that affected 2 local school boards. PowerSchool is an online tool used by some boards to communicate with parents and collect school fees. St. Albert Public Schools and Edmonton Catholic Schools said they were part of the data breach. Student information affected included personal details, addresses, and phone numbers. PowerSchool paid a ransom to ensure the data was deleted, but the extortion continued. A man from Massachusetts has now admitted to the hack. He's been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Alberta's Information and Privacy Commissioner is also investigating the breach. The federal Conservatives say they have a plan that will improve job prospects for young Canadians. While Canada's unemployment rate sits at 7.1%, Statistics Canada puts youth unemployment at 14.7%. New pieces of the Conservatives' youth jobs plan includes a 1-year, 100% capital cost tax write-off for employers that build housing for employees. The party also wants a change to the federal grant and local financial assistance program to give more help for in-demand fields.
The government should establish a process for making objective determinations about what areas of study are more or less likely to lead to positive career outcomes.
The Liberal government says it has created more than 130,000 job opportunities for young people this year. It promises it will have more to say on the youth unemployment soon. Many Canadians across all income levels report feeling anxious about finances. A new study shows how that kind of stress can take a toll on your health. CTV's Scott Hurst reports.
Having concerns and worrying about money is something pretty much all of us can relate to, but financial stress is proving to have a real-life impact far beyond our wallet, a growing impact on our overall well-being, not just our mental health, but our physical health as well. And the United Way is seeing the affordability challenges for so many Canadians become much more severe. That's according to a new survey for United Way through Leger, and more than half of Canadian residents who took part in the survey, 55%, are at the very least anxious about their personal finances. It's all adding up to more stress and much more of a burden. About 4 in 10, 41%, report actual physical stress symptoms when talking about money, and that leads to the most severe question: what happens if you ultimately can't make ends meet all of a sudden? And 42% of respondents say they would only be able to cover their basic expenses for less than 1 month if they lost their job, meaning so many of us are so dependent on each and every paycheck. Financial stress does cut across all income levels, but as you might expect, the overall physical and mental impacts, the toll is much more acute and severe for people making less money. Here's more from United Way.
As you get lower down the income spectrum, for some of our lower income neighbors and friends, they're really feeling these impacts significantly.
Data from 211, United Way's national helpline, shows that calls for financial assistance have increased more than 50% just from last year and more than 60% from 2 years ago. Ultimately, that emphasizes the significant financial strain Canadians are feeling right now. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
Well-known Edmonton businessman and philanthropist Bruce Saville has died. The founder of Saville Systems was one of the major owners in the Edmonton Investors Group, credited with preventing the Oilers from leaving the city by buying the team in the late 1990s. Saville also served as a governor of the University of Alberta, chair of the Oilers Community Foundation, and was involved with Stollery Children's Hospital and NATE. Bruce Saville was 80 years old. One of Edmonton's most iconic buildings is about to go a multi-million-dollar renovation. The Velodrome was built for the 1983 for the World Universiade Games, coinciding with the school's 75th anniversary. The university's manager of campus architecture says the building's envelope is failing. Now, that includes the building's foundation, walls, roof, windows, and doors. The university says leaks may worsen unless the exterior is renovated, which could include a new look.
We're going to look to maybe tie a little bit more into context, a little more into brand, and we are going to look to do things that will make it more transparent so you can see in, so that some daylight can get in, so it doesn't feel like a 1980s field house, but more like a recreation facility and a kind of a cultural gathering spot for the city.
The provincial government is footing the $27 million bill for the repairs. The U of A is hoping to start construction in the spring. A wrestling pioneer from Alberta is being honored with a bridge named after him. Today, the Elbow River Bridge on Highway 8 in Calgary was named after Stu Hart. The family patriarch put Stampede Wrestling on the map. Hart Mansion also became the training ground for the legendary family of wrestlers, including WWF star Bret the Hitman Hart. Stu Hart died in 2003. A company using artificial intelligence and robotics to build homes is now building on the success of its Edmonton facility. Promise Robotics is opening a 60,000 square foot warehouse in Northeast Calgary. Now, the company's proprietary platform allows prefabricated homes to be produced in a few weeks. It hopes this will help the city's housing crisis. The CEO estimates Calgary needs to build 9,000 homes each year beyond current output to restore affordability to pre-pandemic levels.
We actually work directly with the builders. We don't tell them what their design is. They just bring their design. That design is translated to our AI system, to robotic manufacturing system that is produced rapidly in a factory that is behind me, and then is shipped to the site for rapid assembly.
Homes built by Promise Robotics are already on the market. The company's first factory was built in Nisku earlier this year. Edmonton is now home to a world-class velodrome. The city's elite cycling community says the new track is a game changer for the sport in North America. As CTV's Connor Hogg found out, local athletes are excited to test out the new track.
Mere minutes after the ribbon is cut, Leduc athlete Adam Ritchie isn't waiting any longer to test drive Edmonton's new state-of-the-art velodrome.
This is amazing. It's like butter. It feels like you're on a motorbike, to be honest. You get nervous, you can't really feel your legs if you're pushing hard, and you just fly around.
The track's distinctive architecture offers a unique view while riding, no matter what kind of bike you're on.
Most of the velodromes that you go in, they're very closed off. You feel caged up. This is you're out in the open.
Other cyclists say the visibility of this velodrome to those visiting Coronation Park will be key to growing the sport.
Oh, my son is swimming, so I'm going to ride the bike while he's swimming. Or we have a family pass. We're going to come use the facility, and we're going to try cycling first.
Olympian Tara Whitten had to travel to the U.S. to train for winter qualifiers, while Edmonton's outdoor Argyle velodrome was covered in snow.
It was a big expense, obviously, to live and train in a different country and be away from family. If I was training here, I could have easily stayed in courses at U of A and continued to train at a high level.
I'm so happy for them that they get this opportunity, and you just see their smiles, the ones that just came off it, their ear to ear.
This is it's gonna close the difference between me and the other riders that I race. It's gonna make a huge difference.
The Coronation Park Sports and Recreation Center opens early next year, giving more people the chance to ride the curve like Ritchie year-round. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Coming up next, a look at Edmonton's housing market and how much the average home price has increased. Also just ahead, how mayoral candidates plan to address construction and development concerns.
Finish one project before you start the other one. I mean, that's common sense, right?
Good evening, folks. Warmer air really started to roll back in today. 16 degrees in Edmonton, Grand Prairie up to 18 this afternoon. We'll see temperatures in the 16, 17 degree range again tomorrow. And then a slight cool down for Friday and the weekend. All those details in just a few minutes.
Construction snarls have tied up much of Edmonton this fall, in particular the West End. It's disruptive road work the top mayoral candidates say could have been avoided through better planning and coordination. Each of them have a vision for how Edmonton should grow and what the city can do to spur that development. In part 4 of our series on the race to become Edmonton's next mayor, CTV's Jeremy Thompson dives into 5 candidates' plans for building Edmonton better.
The top candidates for mayor know construction is necessary and disruptions are inevitable, but they believe there's a better way to coordinate road work and keep those interruptions isolated. They also have varied visions for how Edmonton should grow into the future.
Barricades and lane reductions back up traffic on this West End street. Add in LRT construction stretching into downtown, torn up sections of Jasper Ave, plus a bridge replacement on 102 Ave, and the result is frustrated Edmontonians.
Whether it's infill or whether it's infrastructure, whether it's construction, there just seems to be a shotgun approach to how this business is done.
We've coordinated projects poorly. People are frustrated. We care more about the convenience of contractors than we care about the convenience of residents trying to get around the city.
It's not a flashy subject, but every top mayoral candidate says poorly managed city projects are causing too many headaches.
If I actually have to get the map and my pens out to figure out what the sequence is, I'll bloody well do it. This is not happening again.
I'm hearing from folks, particularly in the West End, all the time, and how their commutes have changed from 15 to 20 minutes to 40 to 60 minutes.
Finish one project before you start the other one. I mean, that's common sense, right?
Omar Mohammed is proposing a smart staging plan to better coordinate projects expected to cause travel delays. Cartmel, Jaffer, and Walters all have coordination planks in their platforms too. Andrew Knack supports a specific tactic to ease congestion. Call it the rip the Band-Aid approach.
Instead of leaving them partially open for 2 years in this state of disrepair where you rarely see somebody working, close it for 2 months. Let those crews work 20 to 24 hours a day, get in, get out, and then reopen.
Most candidates say they'd spend money fixing existing infrastructure before building anything new. Knack and Walters both want to speed up private development by automating routine permit processing. Raheem Jaffer promises to go even further as mayor with a 30-day permit guarantee, automatically approving applications if city bureaucrats miss the deadline.
This lights a fire under our permitting department's process, because what it says is that if you can't get it done in 30 days, we're not going to let businesses incur costs. We're not going to get projects delayed.
Jaffer says a campaign to attract business is needed to entice more commercial and industrial growth. Knack, Cartmel, and Walters each have their own plans to entice those sectors to Edmonton.
My plan is to make sure that we're the most competitive place to do business from an industrial and commercial perspective in the region within 6 months, because we don't have time to waste, because we're already losing that investment.
Meanwhile, Mohammed's focus is helping small businesses hurt by construction.
Well, you have to have also an economic impact plan for small businesses. Right now we have a little sign, no access points. The city can mitigate this a little bit through advertising, through maybe a bigger sign, a little bit better access points.
Tim Cartmel says there's more to project management than sequencing. He believes there's money to be saved by thinking ahead, like with this new footbridge over the Whitemud.
This bridge connects 2 communities, right? And because we're doing it as part of the Terwilliger Drive project, we got economy of scale. So this bridge is far less expensive to build as part of this project than it would be of its own.
Some candidates want to repair Edmonton's reputation for building things that cost too much and take too long. Jaffer, Mohammed, and Cartmel say a project progress dashboard would add transparency and incentivize efficiency.
The city does already have a capital project dashboard, and while there are prominent examples of projects running late, like the Valley Line LRT that opened nearly 3 years behind schedule, this dashboard shows of the hundreds of current projects, more than 90% are on budget and nearly 80% are on schedule. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
New numbers show Edmonton's housing market is stabilizing and prices are up. It says the market has reached a balanced supply for the first time in 2 years. The average price of Edmonton homes is up nearly 4.5% year over year. That puts the average price at about $476,000, while the average single-family detached home is around $527,000.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. 5 degrees above average today, 16 for your daytime high. Average daytime high is 11. Started out right around the freezing mark, just slightly below in the city, and we'll be in that -1, -2 range again tomorrow morning. We'll start the day with some sunshine. This cloud cover will increase across the northwest with some showers tomorrow afternoon, tied up closer to the center of that low pressure system. Out ahead of it, we'll get a kick of some warm air, so 16 or 17 for the second straight day. And then tomorrow night, you might see a few scattered showers move through. This is about 10, 11 o'clock Thursday night. Could see some spotty shower activity. Most of the rain, though, is going to stay north of the Edmonton area. A little bit of a cool down behind this low pressure system for Friday and the weekend. Mixed sun and cloud on the way for Friday here in Edmonton with a chance of showers south of the city. Red Deer might see a few scattered showers on Friday. -1 in Fort McMurray, -4 for Grand Prairie tomorrow morning. We'll start the day in the -1, -2 range here in the city. Back to about 12 or 13 tomorrow afternoon. So this is a lot cooler than it was today. Cloudy skies, 12, 13-degree highs as well into Whitecourt, Slave Lake, about 14 or 15 for Cold Lake, north towards Fort McMurray. Should be in the low to mid-teens, east central Alberta with some sunshine, 15 in Red Deer, and about 12 in Jasper. Here in the city, again, 16 or 17, sunshine in the morning, clouds increase in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, chance of a spotty shower. Mixed sun and cloud, 12 degrees Friday, so the cool down still leaves us a little bit above average. Partly cloudy on Saturday, and then a chance of an evening shower Sunday, and we'll drop back into the 10-degree range briefly early next week, Monday, Tuesday. Back into the mid-teens, though, it looks like by Thursday, Friday of next week. So showing no signs of a cool down over the next 10 days. That is your forecast.
With Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, a local organization is asking people to think about helping families in need before Christmas. The Holiday Hamper Campaign asks people to grocery shop for a family in need and deliver the hampers before Christmas. This is the 21st year for the campaign. Now, in that time, it's grown from helping 35 families to more than 2,000. 250 families have already signed up. The organization is still looking for more help.
It would be great if we, shot to maybe get 2,200 or 2,500. But the reality is there's actually more than that are in need. We estimate it, depending on when we get the numbers, it could be anywhere from between 6,000 to 10,000 families that are in need in the city.
He adds that if you don't have time to fill a hamper, the organization accepts money which will be used to buy turkeys or fish for families. And the Edmonton Police Service will also be collecting food for people in need. The service is asking the public to donate food and toys at participating Superstore locations. Police cars will be stationed outside the stores from 11 in the morning to 3 o'clock this Friday afternoon. EPS says they're hoping to fill as many cars as possible. The Edmonton Elks are hosting a free football camp for high school players sidelined by the teacher strike. As CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports, it's a chance for the students to keep their momentum while learning from the best.
And go, 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 that's it. The Edmonton Elks are keeping these high school football players busy during the provincial teachers strike.
We really just didn't want to see them sitting around for two weeks or so and then having to go back and jump back into games immediately.
Enrollment for the free camp filled up within hours. 140 students made it onto the field, with 43 others on the wait list.
It just goes to show the passion this community has for the sport. We're really here just to get the work in. I wouldn't care if we were doing it in the parking lot. We just want to get these kids better at the game.
Great job. Getting to learn from the pros at Commonwealth will help these promising players take a step forward.
It's been my dream ever since I was little. Ever since I was 5 years old, I've been training to be a pro football player. I love being coached by the professionals. They're amazing people.
It's a great opportunity, and I love that, and I'm really appreciative of what they're doing for us.
Edmonton Elks wide receiver Stephen Dunbar says he sympathizes with the players being away from their home fields.
I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, like especially these guys' age, like football was like my entire life, so I would be pretty upset.
Dunbar says the strike is a life lesson that can help the students through their future careers on the field.
It's not gonna be the last time things happen, especially around football. It's, unexpected circumstances happen, so you just gotta kind of like make the most of it.
They got to compete in every aspect of life, and football's just one avenue they get to do it.
The Elks are hosting this training camp until the end of the month. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
Now that is a pretty cool experience for those young players. That's all the time we have tonight. Thank you for tuning in and have a good rest of your night.